So my name is Mark.
I'm Mark.
And the YouTube channel Therapy for the Heart. So tell me your name and give me a little of that history before.
My name is Krishna Bhakta, and I'm originally born in Belfast, Ireland, but moved to the States here 30 years ago. And I moved here to get more involved in Hare Krsna.
And what made you get more involved in it?
Well, I had an inert desire to... Hey, stay here, honey. Strong desire to...
Can I take a picture of her?
Yeah,
with you?
sure.
Hi, what's your name?
Harini.
What?
Harini.
Harini. That's a beautiful dress you have, Harini.
Thank you.
And you dance very beautifully too.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Nice to photograph you. This is going to be on YouTube with your father. Yeah, so you can be on it. You can go on YouTube and look on this. I'll give you a card to show you how to do it. Nice to meet you.
I remember as a child asking my father, I said, Dad, if there's only one life, and that life comes to a final test, and if you get that test wrong, you either have heaven or hell, surely it would be wiser for most men to dedicate their entire life to pursuing some spiritual truth, you know, and finding God and liberating themselves from this world. Of course, I didn't get a good answer from him at that point, but that just shows you the kind of direction that I was always very inclined towards. So later on in life, I had an unusual experience. I actually went to meet the Pope, and when the Pope came to Ireland, Pope John Paul. And part of the reason, being a good Catholic, of course, I wanted to meet the Pope. Part of the other reason for wanting to see the Pope was because my girlfriend then was a born-again Christian, and so she would tell me that this is the only path and the only true way, you know. And then the Catholic Church would say this is the true path, the only way. So I was genuinely perplexed, you know.
Sure.
So when I went to see the Pope, when I got to Dublin, I was walking along O'Connell Street in Dublin, and I got stopped by the Hare Krsna. And I picked up a book, very interesting book called The Science of Self-Realization. And I had really no interest, to be quite frank with you. I just didn't really, I didn't feel that was what I was inclined towards. I didn't feel that was my path, you know. But I took the book nevertheless and saw the Pope. That brought a tear to my eye. And I remember when I got back to Belfast, I started to read that book, and it had a very profound effect on me, particularly the chapter in the book that was entitled "Thou shalt not kill or thou shalt not murder." Thou shalt not kill or thou shalt not murder. And Prabhupada explained that Jesus said that we can't kill, which is a very broad statement. It means all living entities, but murder means specifically man, you know. So when I read that, I became a vegetarian overnight, and then the whole philosophy, the whole lifestyle, the books, all had a different meaning to me, a deeper meaning, you know.
Is this another daughter?
This is my other daughter. This is Krishnaya.
Hi, Krishnaya. How are you? My name is Mark.
My name is Krishnaya.
Oh, that's a very beautiful name. You also have a very, wow, what a lovely dress.
Thank you.
Wow. How long have you been here today?
For about, I think 2 hours.
Ah. You're going to be on YouTube. You know YouTube?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're going to take a picture of all of us here. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Say Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
We're here.
Here we are. We're here.
But we're not queer.
Oh my goodness. I don't know about that one. So, are you having a good time today?
Yeah, it was really fun today, but I'm exhausted now.
You're exhausted. I bet you. You've been dancing and running around a lot, I bet, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And the Harinam over there chanting for a long time.
You have been. Well, that can be tiring, right?
Yeah.
You're chanting yes. So how old are you?
I'm 9 and a half. I'm going to turn 10 soon. And I'm 8.
You're 8 years old.
They go to school here in New York. And they're doing very well in school.
Where do they go to school?
They go to the neighborhood school on 3rd Street.
Ah.
And good schoolgirls, right? They were going to a Krishna school in Florida, but it was a little hard to have a family and run in Florida and run a business in New York. So
what business do you do?
I have a real estate business in the city.
Ah.
I rent apartments.
Oh, you do? I might be using your services.
I hope so. And so that's Daddy's line of work, and we're here in New York anyway till the end of the year, and then we're going to reevaluate our situation because we love the city, but we love the farm in Florida too, you know.
How big is your farm in Florida?
We've got 30 acres, and we're in the process of purchasing another 100 acres next year.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
It's going to be a big farm, and they've got horses, and you know.
Oh, horses.
Yeah.
Oh.
We also have 3 horses and 1 baby, and we might be having another baby.
Wow. Another baby.
We have 22 cows as well.
22 cows.
3 cats, and we're getting 2 German shepherds.
Wow, you have a lot of animals.
And we're gonna get some roosters.
Roosters too? Wow, that's
Did you tell them we have 23 cows?
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
23?
23.
Oh, I thought it was 22.
22 actually, yeah.
So who milks the cows?
They're not milking. We don't milk the cows.
Oh,
they're
you
not.
don't.
No, they're not milking cows.
We just saved their lives, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yes, what did you save their lives from?
We saved them from being slaughtered.
Oh,
You know.
very good. Oh.
So we're just going to let them live till they die naturally. We actually bought the farm with the animals on it, but my understanding was that it was their home before it was my home. I didn't have a right to remove them and
That's a very...
evict them and kill them, you know.
Yes, sure.
So we take care of them. They're now part of the family in one sense, you know. So,
Yeah. That's very loving of you.
yeah, well, that's how we have to. We have to live by what we believe, you know, even if it costs a lot of money.
Who cares if it costs a lot of money? At least we're saving animals' lives.
That's true.
Yes.
That's very important, isn't it? You know.
We'd rather save animals' lives instead of being rich.
Instead of being rich. Yeah, that's true. I agree with you there, darling. But you know what happens when you save animal lives? You become rich in many, many ways. You know.
Yeah.
Or enriched is a term
Rich
that
in
we.
the soul.
That's right.
What beautiful faces you have.
Thank you.
Oh, it's wonderful to look at.
Thank you.
Well, my girls are vegetarians, not for health reasons, but they're vegetarians for spiritual reasons. And that way they'll actually stay vegetarian, right, girls? But they know that the soul, life is when everything that moves, you know, and breathes, you know. And when the soul leaves the body is no longer of any value. So while the soul's in that body, we have no right to terminate the life, you know.
Very beautiful way of living.
Thank you very much. Well, I give all credit to one person, and that's Srila Prabhupada. He's my spiritual master. And he came to New York City in 1966 with $5 in his pocket and a suitcase of books and nowhere to live. But he came here on the order of his spiritual master. His spiritual master instructed him to come to the West and give this knowledge to us, you know. And Prabhupada came here on that instruction, that order, and very quickly created a very successful spiritual movement, you know. So I give all the credit to him, you know.
Well, I'm going to sign off right now.
Guys, good to see everybody. Hare Krishna. We hope to see you again. Hare Krishna.
Very nice to meet you.
You too. Yeah, it's a pleasure.
Good
Absolutely.
night.
Bye. So this is Mark Sell signing off of YouTube for Therapy for the Heart. And we're going to say goodbye now. I met this lovely family here, and it's wonderful talking to them. This gentleman, say your name again.
Krishna Bhakta, and this is Harini.
And this is her
Krishnaya.
Naya.
Messiah. Okay. Okay. Thank you so much. Signing off for